bridge started shaking.
Stuckey would kill them.
And this is the bank where he'd bury them. I thought I just heard something in the woods. There's a boot. I thought I just heard somebody walking in the woods again. I'm not kidding, and I'm by myself now. What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. So today we are at the haunted and abandoned Stuckey's Bridge, and it is right there. So we had to drive like 10 hours to get here, but we are finally here. And we traveled through a bunch of different states, all to reach the abandoned, haunted Stuckey's Bridge. If you go to look this place up after you watch the video, you will see that, first of all, they make the bridge look a lot bigger than what it actually is. It's really not that big, but you can also read information about it and why it was named Stuckey's Bridge. So around the late 1800s, there was a gang around this area, around Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi, because this bridge is in Mississippi, and they had a crew member kind of person with them named Stuckey. And this person I don't know what happened, but he wasn't fit for the crew, so he got left behind somewhere around this area here, and he built himself an inn or a hotel or whatever you want to call it. And this inn was where he decided to have a little business, and he'd be like, you know, I have a nice place to stay, you guys can come stay at my house or at my inn or whatever. So people would stay there, and let's just say they never come back. And this is because Stuckey would kill them, and he'd kill them in the inn while they slept. And I don't know if he did other things to them, but that's the basic of what I could find. And he would kill them and take their money. And because it was the late 1800s, people didn't have a lot of money, but he'd still kill them, and he decided to throw their bodies in this river. He'd put their bodies in this river and let them flow, and he'd bury them in the banks along the river, and along here and all through here. And he ended up killing a bunch of people. But when the bridge was eventually built, they had already found out that he killed these people. So what they decided to do was hang him from this bridge. He was hung about somewhere in the middle, and they let him hang from the noose for exactly 5 days. 5 days he hung from the noose as a reminder and to tell other people not to do what he did. And then on the 5th day, they cut his lynch around his neck, and he fell into the water. So now that I have all that behind, let's talk about why I'm here. So we traveled around like 10 hours to get here, and we are here to come later tonight, which is gonna be another video, so watch that after this. And we're gonna use a spirit box and have night vision cameras and try to see if the myth and the legend of Stuckey still being here is still here. Because there's stories of people hearing Stuckey in the splash that echoed from him when he fell in the water. And there's stories of them seeing him walk across this. And there's even stories of him coming here and haunting you and pushing you in the water. So we're gonna find out if those are real. We're gonna find out if Stuckey is still here and all that. But first, let's just walk through the bridge, see what it is, see what it's like. Another thing that you guys can probably see that beer can down there, and on the other side there's beer cans too, but a lot of people come here in this area to party here, and I'm not sure if that's why people start to see things or start to hear things or all that, because they're under the influence of either drugs or alcohol. But that's the question, and we're gonna try to answer it tonight. I already talked about these two parts here, but they were originally put there for cars to go across. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to put the video in there, but there's a small clip of an old vehicle driving across this, and you can hear it squeak and bounce up and down as it drives across. But at the very end of the video, you can see something behind him. So if I can get that video, then I'll put it in here. I'll just show the end clip and maybe a little bit of the beginning so you guys can see like what I'm talking about and the car and how old it is. So you know how I was explaining that Stuckey would put and bury the bodies and throw the bodies into the river so that the river would take them away? Well, we actually found a way to get down to the river and to the banks where he would actually bury their bodies. And I don't think we're gonna be able to do this tonight, so I'm gonna make my way down to the bottom and actually be up close with the water and where Stuckey would actually bury the bodies of the innocent people that he would take their money from. And actually really thinking about it, in the late 1800s, so like 1850s and on, what were you gonna take from people? Their horse, the $5 that they had? But he was really into and wanting to kill these people for, I feel like, more than just the money. So we're gonna make our way down there and try to find our way. Ooh, I almost just ate it. Holy. Let's try to go down this way and find how to get down to the river and where he would actually bury their bodies. But this is the river, and again, like I said, this is where they party. This is a place where they party. I went way further than the bridge. I must have went down a different path than he did. And you guys remember, we seen him right there. So what way did he go? Maybe through here? I don't know. He's not over by the truck, so. Because there's the bridge. Did he go this way? There's a boot. Or just the heel. That looks like a woman's shoe too. I thought I just heard something in the woods. I can try to walk down here. Underneath view of Stuckey's Bridge. It's not too bad getting down here. That's sketchy. This is a very steep slope here. I don't know how I'm gonna get back up.
It's not bad.
So this is the underneath view of Stuckey's Bridge. This is the water that he would throw the bodies into, and this is the bank where he'd bury them. And this is also the water where he met his demise and fell in after 5 days of being hung. I think if I go that way, my feet are gonna get wet.
Mine didn't.
You went that way?
Yeah, I walked right through there.
Okay. You walked up this thing?
And I climbed right up that little thing right there.
Well, this is where he was when he was looking at us earlier. And again, the beer bottles. So I'm not sure if this bridge is actually haunted, or if it's just, like I said, people being under the influence. And here again, this is the bridge. Since this bridge is kind of like in the middle of nowhere, we're gonna have to come back or go somewhere and come back tonight. I don't know where we're going. And then try to drive as much of the way, 10-hour drive home as we can. I'm gonna get a few pictures of this bridge here that will probably be on my Instagram, so you guys can go follow me on Instagram. But I'm going to go make my way back up to the bridge and I will meet you guys there. Okay guys. I was on my way back up and the bridge started shaking. I don't know if it'll catch it again, but I'll finish recording my way up the hill just in case. And I know that it is raining, which makes it more kind of gloomy and stuff, but it's not really that windy, so I don't know what the shaking would be from. That I just heard somebody walking in the woods again. I'm not kidding, and I'm by myself now. Get up here when I'm actually seeing somebody by somebody else. But I'm back up on top of the bridge. I'm not sure if I talked about this before, but this is to prevent vehicles going over anymore, because there's a road to both sides going up to the bridge, and those barriers there just prevent cars from going on this bridge, because it is very easy to fall through. And as you can see, the bridge is kind of rustic and built in the late 1800s. If you guys do want to see the next part of the video, it is definitely going to be the crazier part of the video. I will try to do less talking and explaining what the bridge is. I'm going to a little bit, just in case somebody doesn't watch the first part, but I'm gonna have night vision cameras, this camera, and everything else just to capture what may or may not be here tonight with a spirit box and without the spirit box. So if I can get Stuckey to communicate with me, he's gonna communicate with me, and if I can't, then I guess the myth is just a myth, and we'll see what happens. This is Stuckey's haunted bridge. Or is that another person?